Hey guys, Joe McMenamin here. I'm really excited. I've just bought some new colored pencils called Prismacolor. And I'm going to be practicing with them today, trying out some new techniques and trying to do some really nice layering. They've got a really soft core, so they're great for getting really strong blending and layering in your drawings. And my plan is I'm going to draw a series of New Zealand birds using these colour pencils and then release them as a set of prints. So I hope you're looking forward to checking out the pencils as much as I am. Come and have a look. Alrighty guys, now this is not very normal for me. I'm not one usually to go and buy expensive art supplies, but I wanted to get into colour pencil drawing, and with the cheaper pencils I was using, they didn't lay very well. They were harder to use and the results weren't that good. So I've been looking around at the different kinds of premium colour pencils, and these are the ones that I settled on. So let me show you. These are Prismacolor and they are so nice. So it comes in this metal tin. Now I bought the packet of 72 because I really like the range of colours that was in it. So straight away we have all these like really beautiful kind of in-between tones, and we've actually got 3 sets in here. I haven't really reordered them in any way, and so yeah, I have to kind of have a little play with that, have a think about maybe the best combinations of colours. But isn't it a cool set? I'm super excited. So Prismacolor, really well known for being have a nice soft core, and so you can just create beautiful layers, beautiful blending. And I also bought one of these cool little colorless blenders, which I'm going to try out today as well. So yeah, first thing I noticed is that they come with quite stubby kind of sharpenings, ends, if you will, and so they're quite kind of, we're going to need to sharpen them ourselves. Well, I'm going to need to sharpen it myself with like a craft knife, I think, to do this. So I'm just going to basically have a first play. So I'm going to pull out some colors that I want to work with. So we've got kind of a peachy color, this sort of pinky color, and I want to use a blue as well. So I'm going to bring these out here. Watch blue. Let's use this nice kind of mid blue here. And then what else should we go for? Let's go for a darker color, hey? Maybe a dark brown. Yeah, this is looking good. All right, let's start off with these. I'm just going to kind of put these out of the way for now. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to sharpen these up. So because I want to be able to kind of have more lead there. So I'm just going to do my craft knife trick. And the reason I like to sharpen with craft knives is that you can have more control kind of over it. So basically I'm just going to cut away some of the wood around the edges like this, and then just really lightly see, I'm looking for that kind of more of a chunky end, so I can get some nice kind of big blending. I don't really know much about colour pencils, so I'm not sure whether this is the right way to do it, but this is the way I'm going to do it. And I reckon there's sort of there's obviously a lot of crossover with drawing with regular pencils, but yeah, as I do this new series of drawings of birds, you guys can kind of come with me on a bit of a journey. I'm going to film all the drawings, and then bring out like a cute little set of prints. Alright, start with that and see how we go. Nice. Okay, so let's just have a little bit of a play. Now I'm just using like a kind of standard Bockingford, what is it, a 120 gram drawing paper here. Alright, straight away we can just get these lovely soft kind of tones. See, I'm using kind of a larger edge on my pencil, which I don't think I'd be able to do if I just grab another random color. Oh yeah, you can still get a bit there, but it'll be harder to get like a really nice chunky, you know what I mean? Chunky soft side. And what I'm really interested with these pencils is how they blend. How do they blend together? So I'm just going to try like layering up softly on top of each other. Just start to press a little bit harder here with the blue. Work back in here with this kind of pinky purple. Oh yeah, there we go. See in there, it's just starting to look really nice and deep, eh? Awesome. Okay, now normally I'd work over it with a lighter color just like this, press a bit harder, and it would actually do exactly that. Start to blend those colors together. So that creates like that sort of waxy sort of finish as it really squashes all those pigments together. Yeah, see that real soft, kind of beautiful. I'm just going to zoom in a bit for you. Actually, cool. All right, so if we try that in like, let's try that as a shape. So, what should we do? We start off with a basic sort of ball shape and just start to softly kind of add in some tone. I think one of the things when you're working with colour pencil is you don't want to go too hard too soon. You want to start off nice and lightly. Yeah, cool. Okay, and I'm going to work in some of this this blue because I love this kind of combination of blue and purple. I mean, if you've kind of seen my watercolor pictures and followed some of my classes, you'll know that I love kind of blues and purples and pinks, that sort of color range. I think these early stages are definitely possible with the with cheaper color pencils. So it's really when it comes to that layering and blending that I think the quality ones come into their own. But one of the things you'll notice is I'm taking my time and I'm building up. So I'm not like trying to do this too fast. You guys can hear the train going past my house. Not trying to do this too fast, I'm just softly kind of building up some layers on there. Maybe get a bit darker here around the edges. Yeah, nice. So that's really looking pretty good. Now, I don't want it to be too strong, so I'm going to use this sepia, which is kind of a brownish color for some of the shadow. Sometimes if you use black, it's kind of too intense. The contrast is too high. So brown's a nice option for just adding in some soft tone. Nice earthy color as well. Yeah, that's starting to come alive. That's awesome. Okay. Oh, you know what I want to try? I'm going to try this colorless blender. Okay, so give this a sharpen as well because it comes nice and flat like this. I've never used a blender like this before, so I have no idea what I'm doing. It's kind of plasticky. Okay. Now I'm going to assume that it works kind of like a light color that you can just work over it and kind of blend the colors together. Oh yeah, it sort of wears out a bit on the side. You can see that shape on there. Ooh, wow. I'm not pressing fully at the moment, I'm just sort of pressing lightly. But you can already see how it's like squashing those colors. It's making that blue and the pink kind of go purpley. Oh, that's interesting. Interesting. All right, what if I work back in? Can I work over the top of that blending? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I guess the difference is this, a light color is sort of adding a bit more tone to it, a little bit more color to it. But it effectively does the same thing where it's just kind of squashing the pigment down and blending it together. Now, what happens if I come back in here with a bit more blue? What happens if I come back in here with a bit more blue? Try and work into that darker space. Yeah, so the pencil behaves kind of differently once you're drawing over the area that's already been blended. That is interesting. So it's going to, whoop, see them flying. So it kind of, I guess it's more of a waxy sort of a feel, isn't it? So it's going to fill up the paper maybe. Oh, this is pretty fun, guys. This is pretty cool to be working this out. If you're still watching this, then either maybe you've got some of these pencils or you're thinking about getting some. I mean, just from what I've seen so far, they definitely a massive step up from my other ones. But dude, they weren't cheap. This set, actually I bought this set from Gordon Harris and it's on special at the moment for $215, but it was $270 when I bought it. So you can get smaller sets with less colors, and I think the pencils are only, they're about $3 or $4 each. So you could just get a few if you wanted to. Yeah, see, look at that. Now we're really building up some of that darker, richer tone. Let's come back in with our blender and see how what we can do with that. It's getting nice and smooth, isn't it? It's really still quite fuzzy around the edge, but it's just actually getting a really nice blend to it. You guys have probably seen like those amazing artists who can draw like photorealistic as well with color pencil. I'm not sure if that's what I'm going to go with for my series, or whether I'll still show some of the process and some of the kind of pencil marks and texture in there as well. Not sure how I feel about sort of blending it out really soft. I've also seen people using solvents, so I'm keen to try that, but my feeling is, I want to sort of yeah, like I said, show the process and show the material. But look at the depth. Look at the depth. So much depth. So that's just with it's 4 colors plus our blender. Man, that's really nice. That's really nice. Let's grab a nice dark blue and work the dark blue around the outside, eh? See if I can get it pretty sharp. Oh yeah, there we go. That's coming together. Right, I need to just spin my page around a bit. Might actually just zoom in for you here. Alright, let's have a really close up look at this guy. So I'm trying to just use the really sharp part of my pencil here to like define the edges a bit more. I was a bit too liberal with my fuzzy pinky colour on the edge before. And then I'm just softly blending it back in to the other colours. Definitely losing that edge on this pencil though, pretty quickly. So I think I need to sharpen it. I think that's probably going to be the trick, is that because they are so soft, it'll need to be sharpened quite a bit in order to get it, in order to keep it, you know. Because it's so soft, it's gonna kind of wear down fast. Just a little bit of tone up here. I'm going to work into that a bit with the pink. Okay, awesome, looking great. Now, magical question, what happens if I add some white to it? Let's go. I've never had a lot of success with using white over the top. We'll just give this a little quick sharpen. So what I do when I sharpen is I just push this, I cut around the edges, and then I go around slowly and just whittle away the colour pencil bit. Nice. Okay, let's see what happens if we want to add a bit of a highlight to this, see if that'll work. So our highlight's going to be up here. Just going to start there. Oh. And just work my way out in a circle motion. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So it's not like super strong over the top, but it is adding a little bit of colour. And it's definitely blending it, so it's probably acting like the blending stick a bit. I think if I come over here and I try, yeah, see it definitely blends that white over the top. See how it makes that pink into a strong flat pink. And if I grab the black and kind of work over that, let's see what it can do over that. Yeah, look, that black's so strong. That can draw over the top of blended colour. So we should be able to actually oh yeah, look at that. We can just really work back into that. I think I'm going to have to get a few blacks because the black with the detail going to be sharpening it a lot. Just a little. Oh, that's nice. nice. Okay, and I've got a nice warm grey, so let's add a little bit of a shadow. So the light's coming from sort of this direction here, or up here. So if we just add sort of a little shadow down here in front, try and keep it kind of oval shape, keep it really subtle, and then I'm just going to use my blender, smooth that out. Oh yeah, a little bit of purple going in there. I think that's probably okay, right? That's interesting. It's not totally smooth and flat, is it, with the blender? So, oh, this is rolling down. Maybe working in with the white on a grey is better. And if we just want to warm up that grey a little bit more, if I just add a tiny hint of the pinky colour, tiny hint of the bluey colour, almost as if that colour's reflected in the grey. I don't know if you can smudge it with your finger. That's something I haven't even tried yet. Alrighty guys, well that's a first look at the Prismacolor pencils, and I'm pretty stoked with the result. That ball is looking really beautiful with the different colors and the different tones layered up, blended on top. I'm really excited to draw my first bird. You guys can drop a comment if you want to say which bird you want me to do. But yeah, thanks for checking this out, and I hope you enjoy it. And yeah, I think so far, the jury's still out, but so far I think these pencils are awesome. They feel really nice to use. The layering's great, really good colors. So yeah, excited to create some artworks with them. Awesome. Thanks for watching.